And hello there everybody, and welcome back to another video of Genshin Impact. If you do find this video useful, please feel free to subscribe to my channel and remember to click the bell icon to be notified on my future videos. Now then, let's get into the game. So, as the title says, we are having a bit of issues with the current character inventory in Genshin Impact. I've currently hit the max load limit around 6 times now so far, and you know, every single day I'm gathering items and having to upgrade those items into tier 3 and then tier 4, and we're just getting a very high amount of items at the moment. So what I'm going to be doing in this video, I'm just going to be doing one of my my routines, just playing the game while talking about what I've done, how I started the game, and what my process is. So to begin with, a lot of people have been asking, you know, am I a free-to-play player? Well, let me just clear that up first. I am in fact, I guess, what you guys would call a dolphin player. I have purchased the monthly card 4 times. I haven't purchased any of these, and I haven't purchased any of these. So there you go. I technically almost am a free-to-play player, but I am supporting the game over a couple of months. I do plan on playing Genshin Impact for a good couple of years. Usually I play one gacha game for about a year and then I move on to the next one. But with Genshin Impact, I plan on playing this game for a much longer period. So another question that people have been asking: when did I start Genshin Impact? Now, I was in the second beta for Genshin Impact, and I had finished the game when I had taken part in the beta. So I already knew a lot about the game. In fact, probably like, I don't know, 85% at least of the game when I actually started it. So I was able to get a good solid start. I knew where there was a lot of chests, a lot of the animal fragments, and you know, it was really good coming back to playing Genshin Impact again. Now, another question that some other people have been asking me, did I re-roll on my account? To answer that, the answer is no, I didn't re-roll. As soon as the game launched, I started playing, and I haven't stopped ever since. I have been quite lucky with my summons, I would say. I managed to get all of the 4-star characters, and I was able to get Jean just after I had finished killing Storm Terror. So that was quite lucky. I was quite happy with that. I'm quite happy with the results right now. And, you know, there's quite a lot of people that say, you know, you should have probably have re-rolled to get like 2 5-star characters. Honestly, you know, Genshin Impact doesn't really provide very much of a challenge to me, and I really like having a challenge in a game that I play. And the only benefits that I can see from really re-rolling or whaling on this game is just making the gameplay easier, you know. It's not something that I enjoy. I really like to play a game and enjoy it rather than beating something in, say, 10 seconds. You know, I've never fully died in this game, not once. I don't even know if I even died in the beta, to be honest. But I don't know if there's like a game over screen or what actually happens. I've never actually seen it yet, and I'm still waiting for that day to actually happen. The only place that I've actually found a challenge so far in Genshin Impact is in fact the Abyss. The Abyss is quite challenging. It's a lot of fun, but you know, it is designed to really be done kind of like in stepping stones in a way, isn't it? You know, the further you go, the higher the level the characters get. You know, and if you're trying to do higher leveled floors with level, say, 40 characters, and you're trying to fight level 80 characters, you know, it's something that you shouldn't really be doing at that point of the game, because you should really be leveling up more and just doing other things in the game. So, you know, it's another reason why I guess I am who I am in a way with the grinding, because I'm an old school type of player. I love playing, like, say, games like Final Fantasy 7, 8 and 9. I really enjoyed those. You'll spend many hours, many days grinding for items, leveling up materia and things. And other games like Breath of Fire, you know, Breath of Fire 2, Breath of Fire 3, Breath of Fire 4. I've enjoyed all of those games. They've all provided lots of grinding, and it's just who I am. I really enjoy going through the game over and over and over again, going from the start to the end, or going from the end to the beginning. You know, you can mix it up a little bit and start differently. This is also quite beneficial because if you go start from the end of the game and make your way to the beginning, you'll actually come across a good couple of extra chests that you might have missed on your first time around. But when you've been going through the world map, like I don't know how many times I've been through it now, probably like 20 times, cleaning the map. You know, it is very difficult now to actually find anything that's left in the world. So, yeah, sorry, but we'll go back to our question. So that's basically when I started Genshin Impact. I started in the beta, and I started on day 1. Let's have a look. So the next question is, do I farm in other worlds? Do I farm in other worlds, as in, do I join like my friends' worlds and go and farm in there? The answer to that is yes. At the very beginning, I did spend quite a lot of time going into my friends' worlds who were still new in the game. They're basically just kind of like beating Storm Terror. They still had a lot to discover in the game, and at that point, I had already finished the pretty much all of the fragments in the game, so I had the stamina to fly on over to well, I call the island Crab Island, and you can get yourself 20 crabs over there. I'll just quickly go ahead and show you where that is on the map. So basically, I would join my friend's game, and the only things you can mine in your friend's maps is monster drops, or from mines, and there was one other thing as well. Oh, and meat. Yeah, meat. So meat, ore, and monster drops. You and the player's game that you've joined, you can both get those drops. Things like special flowers, ascending items, things like that. I never touch those. That's a bit of a dick move, you know. So I don't touch any of that things, any of that stuff. The crabs over here, these are only one-time grabs only. So when I was joining my friend's game to get these crabs, he was not going to get over here that day, so I could freely gather these. He wouldn't mind because he couldn't get over here. He could obviously use the Kea strategy and make a nice path, but he wasn't really interested. So I asked for permission. He said it was fine. I joined his world and I gathered some crabs, and I also went around with them, showed them key locations for gathering minerals. They would gather the minerals, and then I would also get a copy of the minerals as well. Because as you can see just over here in my inventory, I currently have over 1,000 of these, which is pretty ridiculous. I have harvested a lot, and does anybody want some mint? Does anyone want some mint? Please, someone take some mint, yeah? And we can already see up here now in the top right hand corner, we've already gone over our weight limit yet again. So, you know, I have gone ahead into my friend's world, probably done it, say, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 times. But then I've also done it with another friend's world, like 4 or 5 times. Mainly getting the crabs, and then also getting meat. Those were the 2 main things that I was hunting when I would join my friend's world, because he wouldn't mind me getting the meat, and then I would like run to a really far place in the map that he hasn't discovered yet. He wasn't going to get there, and I would go ahead and I would gather the meat from that area. The other thing I would do is I would also get meat from areas where he was, and I would also follow him around and give him help him out. So, you know, I have been gathering more items by helping other people in their worlds as well. So that's another reason why my inventory is getting so full. What else have we got? What was the next question? Why is my inventory red? Okay, well, basically the only thing that I've noticed when your inventory gets red is that if you go to the shop and you want to, say, buy some cooking ingredients, you'll get a pop-up message that will say your inventory space is full and you can't buy them. So far, that is the only thing that I have noticed with the inventory. Why does the load go into the red zone, and why does it go above in numbers? I have no idea. I cannot answer that. I don't even know if the company knows that this is even happening. So, you know, it's very interesting. And if I log out of the game and then I come back in, it stays the same. You know, it will stay at this number. No items disappear or get destroyed. So just letting you guys know that, just in case you were getting worried. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing with that. I do try to keep it under the in the white area, because you never know what's going to happen with future updates. They could release an update, they could cap it, and then you might end up losing some items. But as of this very moment, I can't really say. I don't really know. So what else have we got? How much time does it take to farm? Well, it takes around 10 minutes, I'd say. Say 10 to 15 minutes to do your dailies, yeah? And then you've got your resin to spend for the day as well. So depending on how you use your resin, this can go ahead and take you from around, like, say 10 minutes to 30 minutes a day. And that's the resin that you probably be spending when you first log into the game. Like, for me, for example, I need to actually go and start spending my resin, but I'm going to just wait a little bit longer until this video is finished, until I go and spend that. As for going around the map, now I'm going around this circuit. I'm going around here and making my way up here, and then I'm going to stop here, and then I'm going to move to a different location. And all these pins that I have on the map, you know, we've got mining locations, we've got monster locations. We go around, we kill all the assassins, we go around, we kill all the hatchlings, we kill all the electric Fatui girls, we kill as many bandits in the game as possible, you know. And even when we finished all that, we will go to these as well, kill the monsters, but don't get the reward. Yeah, don't spend the resin at the end. Kill the monsters, pick up the item drops, but don't claim the reward. Move to the next one. You can do 4 of these, you know, every single day. So that's another way at how you can get just a little bit more extra items in the game. And when I'm finished running around the entire map, I probably kill around, say, 70-80% of all the mobs in the game. And this usually takes around 3 hours to do. It's actually very, very quick when you get into a routine of what you're doing. You know what you need to do, you know what characters to swap to, you know how to kill the mobs quicker. And this is just what I do every single day. Now, I've been doing this now for probably 3 weeks, farming, you know, and I tend to get around, I don't know, around 1,000 items a day. That's about how many items I get. I try to get around 100 meat a day at least, because I enjoy the cooking. There's just so much you can just do, you know, and that's the key to this game. You know, you just want to constantly be playing it over and over and over and over again, grabbing loot, upgrading it to tier 4, keeping a little bit in reserve of the tier 1, 2 and 3 for like new weapons, new characters, you know, and just making sure you've got a little bit just in reserve just for doing things like that. But when you take a look at the game and you go into the shop over here at Payman's Bargains, you know, you can go ahead and use use your wish currency, well, not really your wish currency, but this wish dust, isn't it? Yeah, the star dust. You can go ahead and use this to go ahead and get some tier 4 items or tier 3s, and I would never ever think of doing this. This is completely wasteful to me, because if I do this, it feels to me as though it's a lazy way of getting the items you need instead of playing Genshin Impact. Because when you play the game, you're getting money from it when you kill monsters. You're learning more about the game. You're learning slightly different tactics at killing monsters, and it's all experience, you know. I mean, honestly, I don't really need to be looking at my map to know where I'm going now, because as sad as it sounds, I've pretty much got a photographic memory now of where all the mobs are in the map, and it's, you know, it's I guess it's very sad, but it's also, you know, but it is very useful at the same time. And that's just what I've, you know, it's just what's happened. You know, I've been grinding now for 3 weeks. My inventory is full. How am I going to be able to grind for a year? I have no idea. I don't think it's even going to be possible. So, you know, at some point I am going to be having to stop no matter what, because, you know, I don't think I'm going to be able to start benefiting from it anymore. Because if you think, when new content comes out, new bosses, new locations, this is going to add more monsters to kill, more items you're going to start picking up. And then that 3 hour you know, that 3 hours grind is going to just, you know, start getting longer and longer with each day, until it, you know, becomes a quite a very lengthy process. And you know, it's just gonna become much longer and more difficult to sustain your inventory space. So I really hope that they, you know, increase the inventory space or kind of rework the system. I mean, a lot of my problem, I think, is the ore that I have on my character. But that ore is used for making the prototype weapons when the bosses actually drop the weapon schematics. But the drop rate is so low on them, we're just getting so much ore right now. And it's quite a problem. And since we don't like really have, you know, any good way of actually like managing the items, we can go ahead and delete the items. Like if we went ahead and go into head on over into our bag, for instance, mint, we can click on mint, we can click the delete button, and then we just click on the mint, and then we can just add up here, and we can say we want to delete 9 of these mints. So we click destroy. Okay, do you get anything from it? No. Do you get any money from it? No. So you can go ahead and destroy these. This gets your weight down a little bit, and that's pretty much it. And, you know, I'm pretty sure they could add in a lot more craftable options, add more weapons into the blacksmith, allow players to buy the schematics or something, you know, just allow the players to use these items more often, give the people more choices. And that's what we really need. And, you know, for grinders like myself, we need this stuff, because it's what we do every day. We just play the game, we grind, we gather things, we collect. You know, we're kind of like a little traveling merchant, I guess, in a way, aren't we? And it's just going to become a problem, isn't it? Right, we're getting a little off track now, so we'll go on to the next question. So yeah, how much time does it take to farm? It takes, yeah, like I was saying, it takes around like 3 hours to basically clear like 70 to 80% of the mobs in the game, and then I usually call it a day there. Next question is, how many items do you get a day? I tend to get just around 1,000 items a day. That's what I tend to get. That's just in my own world, just gathering items. That's like 100 meat, and then just all the random little items you just get just from traveling around the map. And yeah, it's you know, it's like I said, I've gotten my max inventory about 6 times now already. I will be returning back to the base and, well, back to the town, the base, back to the town, and upgrading a lot of the drops that I've gotten today. And that's how I'm basically keeping on top of it right now. I can go ahead and show you my inventory. As you can see, yeah, I have a lot of minerals. I've gathered a couple of things. Not very many butterfly or frogs. Gotten quite a lot of the key items. Meat, I'll probably get that to about 250, 300 by the end of today. You know, I've got a lot of the crabs. I kill all the birds. I've got a lot of ingredients. This is probably another thing as well. I do have quite a lot of ingredients, so I should really start getting these used up as well when it comes to crafting the foods. But as you can see, I already have quite a lot of food right now. I started making just all of the random potions as well, just to get them done. As you can see, I have 192 of the tier 5 food, because, you know, it's 3 weeks worth of farming. You know, I haven't missed a single day. You farm around like 40 crabs a day. Kill around, like I was saying, 100 to 200 meat on your playthrough. At the very beginning, I was, like I said, joining my friend's game, getting meat from theirs, and I got a lot of meat. I was aiming for around 300 a day when I first started that. The other item is the Matsukate, however you want to say that. I just call it the rare mushroom. Now this one has actually annoyed me a little bit, because I spent every single day going to, well, not every single day, it was like every 2 days. Every 2 days I would go to all the locations where I knew these spawned, and then I'd go into my friends' worlds and I'll do the exact same and get what I was allowed to get from their worlds. And then I would come back into mine, because these ones take a long time. And then I learned that you can then just attack random bushes, and the random bushes drop eggs, Matsuki, lizards and butterflies. So I pretty much at the end of the day, when I'd finished doing everything that I could be bothered in doing in Genshin Impact, I'd spend about 30 minutes just clearing out lots and lots of bushes in the game. And then I'd get about another 30 of these before I went to sleep. But then recently, over on the internet, someone has posted a video of Lisa attacking one of the fire plants, which is detonating bushes near the fire plant, but obviously not destroying them. And it's really annoying, because I put in a lot of time and you know, research and dedication in remembering where all the locations were for these, and putting in the time and effort to go around and actually get these to keep on top of crafting the tier 5 foods. And, you know, now there's just an abusive in-game method of farming this stuff, and that is quite annoying for a person like myself. But, you know, what can you do? There's going to be so many more, you know, abusive things like that in this game in the near, you know, in the future, in future developments and in new updates and things. So, you know, things like that will happen. But yeah, as of right now, I've done all of this myself just through hard grinding, dedicated work. I'm not going to go into that tree because I know where all of these are in the map. Well, I probably know when 90% of these spawn in the map just by just knowing. What else have we got in here? Yeah, so here we go. Here's a lot of our materials. As you can see, you know, we do have quite a lot. We need to turn these slimes into the green ones, turn some of the green ones into the blue ones, and so on. And this is just basically what we keep doing every single day. As you can see, you know, I do quite a lot of these tier 4 item drops. You know, I've got like 95 of these, but that's not the worst one. The worst one is the hatchling monsters. This game does have a lot of the hatchling monsters, and as you can see, I have 150 of these. It's just quite scary because pretty much everything that I have that needs upgrading, I can just go ahead and do it. You know, that easy. I have everything just to go. I can even craft these. I even have the lower versions of these, and I can just go ahead and do it. But obviously, I need to be adventurer rank 50 in order to do the next upgrades. And you know, this is the reason why, you know, I'm a grinder, because I have everything that I need in the game, and this is, you know, why my inventory is so full, because every single time I come and play Genshin Impact, I do the same thing every single day. I come on, I spend 3 hours grinding, I do my dailies, I spend my resin, and then I log out. I check the communities and things like that, look for any updates, any news, anything that you need to be aware of, and then, you know, I'll go ahead and do other things in the day. I'll eat some food, you know, watch some anime, and then I'll come back on again later on at night, just when my resin's built back up again, and then, you know, I'll go ahead and just do 1 or 2 more things on Genshin Impact until the next day. And that's basically how I'm playing Genshin Impact right now. It's basically just the same thing every single day, farming for items and just being prepared for the next step in the game. The only thing, obviously, that is slowing me down is the resin, and a lot. This is probably the biggest difference when it comes to me and how other people are playing in the game now. Is a lot of people are basically farming for artifacts, you know, artifact sets from the dungeons, and I haven't really spent any time in really doing that. Like I was saying, you know, I I'm trying to how do I put it? You know, I'm trying not to make the game extremely boring by being too powerful, because I have attempted, well, I have done it in the past a couple of times where I have whaled on a couple of video games, and, you know, you whale in the game, you get all the best stuff, and you're like extremely powerful, but then at the same time it's like the game is boring and easy. You know, it's like for example playing Final Fantasy VII from the very beginning, and you're already max level with the master materials, and, you know, everything you come across in the game is just easy, boring, you just one hit everything, and it's not challenging whatsoever, and I find this to be extremely boring in video games. So when I play games, I try to do it as a balance, and I try to do it so it remains interesting, because it, you know, it's not that difficult to just go ahead, spend your resin, go ahead and farm the talents. I mean, I haven't even been spending my resin tokens. You know, I have 29 of these because all I'm gonna do is just make the game easier. And I really don't want that. You know, I really don't want to make the game more easier than it already is. And that's, I'm trying to keep it as interesting as possible, because if I become extremely powerful and I start, killing monsters even faster, the gameplay is going to be over so much faster as well. And that, that does worry me. I am trying my best to grind every day to keep the game interesting, and that's just how I am approaching Genshin Impact. Honestly, if I had welled on this game and I went ahead, I re-rolled, I got Master Dluke, I was starting doing the 9,000 hits with Master Dluke, which it is 9,000 hits. That is a thing. I have a character, I have a friend here. He's called Snow D Crow. He streams. I've watched him, and his Master Dluke is hitting for 9,000 damage. And I don't know. I find it really cool. Yeah, I do. I will admit, yeah, it is very good that he's doing 9,000 damage. He's finished Abyss, all of it, and he's now bored. He has nothing to do in the game, and he just comes in, does his daily, and then that's it. He's done, and that's how he plays Genshin Impact. I never want to really get into that position like Snow, because you're not really, I don't feel like you're fully enjoying and playing the game and learning where everything is in the game. But that's just my opinion on the matter. As a free-to-play player, I enjoy grinding. I enjoy doing this stuff, and I like to keep the game interesting as much as possible. So yeah, I think we'll just end the conversation there, guys. If you guys get to max inventory space, just try your best. Like I said, the majority of mine is probably the food items. I will obviously have to go and craft some more food items when I can, and yeah, I think we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, and there you go, guys. That is my walkthrough on how my inventory space is at maximum.